Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and I'm going to be doing a top 50 of my favorite horror films of all time. And yes, this is a top 50, and I'm going to be doing this a little bit differently. I'm going to be doing this in groups of 10 to try to keep the videos down to a reasonable length. I'm going to try not to be so long-winded as I'm doing right now. But, yeah. Just keep in mind that this is how I view the films, and it's just my opinion. And without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 50, We Are Still Here. I'm a big Barbara Crampton fan, and I believe that this is just a fantastic film. I've liked it ever since I first saw it, and it does get better with each viewing. Great demon haunted house film. It's a lot of fun. And Larry Fessenden is in this too. He plays a pretty quirky character. But that is number 50. Number 49, House on Sorority Row. In my opinion, this is a classy slasher, um, and the acting is really, really good in it. I just rewatched this recently, and Nick and I did an About Last Nightmare on this. So if you're curious about how I feel about this film, check out part 1 and 2 of About Last Nightmare, The House on Sorority Row. This is just a fantastic film. Coming up, number 48, Let's Scare Jessica to Death. I've loved this film since I was younger. This is one of the few that actually scared me when I was a kid. And to me, the soundtrack, this has my favorite soundtrack of any horror movie. It's very quirky and very unsettling to me. But this movie is kind of hard to classify. It's different, definitely different. So, yeah, and that's number 48. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Coming in at number 47, The Entity with Barbara Hershey. Yeah, and it's kind of odd that this follows Let's Scare Jessica to Death, because the sound design and the soundtrack overall in this film as well is very disturbing to me. And I think if you've seen this film, you understand what I'm talking about. There were some very loud noises in this film, and it's just very unsettling to me. But yeah, this is a really good movie. Very happy to have it in my collection. Sorry about that, guys. And that is number 47, The Entity. Number 46, The Loved Ones. This is a fantastic film. I actually realized when I was pulling this the other day that I don't own the unrated cut, so I'll have to remedy that sometime. But this is a fantastic movie. Yeah, kind of a psychological horror movie along with like torture aspects of it. Just a really, really good Australian film. Yeah, The Loved Ones. I cannot recommend this highly enough. And that is number 46. Coming up next, number 45, Pieces of Talent. If I had watched this more times, this would probably crack my top 20 or my top 10. As it stands right now, it's number 45 because of how I arranged the films. But this is just a fantastic movie. I was fortunate enough to buy this at a Monster Mania convention a few years ago. And I love this film. Got to talk to the director and the producer, and just a fantastic film. I cannot recommend this film highly enough if you want something different. So, but that is number 45, Pieces of Talent. Coming up next, number 44, Silence of the Lambs. Now, I was looking for my Criterion version of this, but I couldn't find it, so I just kind of settled for this one. Um, yeah, this is just a great movie, and I'm sure a lot of people will be surprised that it's not higher on my list, but yeah, this is kind of where it falls, but I do love this film. It's a fantastic movie. And I'm a big Anthony Hopkins fan, so you'll probably be seeing him in a few times in this countdown. So, yeah. But that is number 44, The Silence of the Lambs. Coming up next, number 43, The Devil's Rejects. I do like House of a Thousand Corpses. It is a good film, but I really do feel like this one is a much better film. And I don't know, it's just it's one that I watch a lot. I constantly rewatch it, and yeah, just a great movie. Fantastic film. And that is number 43, The Devil's Rejects. Coming up next, number 42, The Wicker Man. The original, of course, not um, the remake, which I really don't particularly care for. This is an oddball film, and I have loved it since the first time I saw it. It's one of those movies that just gets better and better every time I watch it, and I don't know, it's hard to classify this as a straight horror film, but yeah, it just has so much going on in it. Yeah. But that is The Wicker Man. I actually saw The Wicker Tree, which is supposed to be a sort of like a sequel, and it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So, if you get a chance, you might want to see it. But yeah. This is number 42, The Wicker Man. And number 41, City of the Living Dead. Or as it was commonly called when I owned the videotape way back when, The Gates of Hell. Talk about soundtracks. This is one of my favorites as well. This is just a fantastic film. So brutal. So good. Yeah. I don't really know what to say about City of the Living Dead that hasn't already been said a million times. Yeah, definitely a classic. My favorite film from Lucio Fulci. So, with The Beyond as a close second. But, yeah. City of the Living Dead. What a classic. I would definitely recommend this to anyone. Even people that don't really like zombie films or Italian films for that matter. I mean, I do believe that this has something for everyone. Yeah. Good flick. So, that brings us to the end of part one. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. If you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.